Yeah, someone asked for an Evelynn run yesterday, so I thought, sure. I don't think we've showcased her in a while, especially a rare relic only build. First, though, I'll show this is what I think is probably like the best Evelynn build currently. Starforged Gauntlets, really nice because the extra starting mana just means you play Evelynn 1 round earlier, which is really important to get your scaling off a little bit faster. Just kind of frees up 1 round for you. And then the Tempest Blade, the stun is kind of more important than any of the other level up effects. Normally for the rally, you often burn the attack token, and then just having this amount of control, really, really good. Some people advocate for Echoing Spirit to get the extra copies of Evelynn, and while I think that is good and important, I think the extra starting mana is better. Now, maybe when Evelynn gets her Constellation, and she can get that extra starting mana naturally from your 5-star, then you'd maybe get rid of Starforged and throw on Echoing Spirit. But I think for right now, this is going to be the best Evelynn build, but this is not what we're going to be doing today. Just thought I would show that off. We'll just be doing her normal rare relic build where we're kind of using all of the level up relics. So when I level up Rally, when I level up Stun all enemies, and when I level up create a copy of my champion spell in hand, it costs 0 this round, which is right here. Stop all enemy spells and skills targeting Evelynn, and she strikes an enemy. So it kind of works as a bit of a safety net, as well as some removal. Always pretty fun. Hey, Rossis. I love Evelynn a lot, but I feel she's just not as strong as many other champions. You have to play her in a very specific way. She can be incredibly strong, but she can be a bit inconsistent because, yeah, if you don't draw Evelynn, then everything falls apart because all of your powers are just built around Evelynn. So if we take a look at her powers, when you level up an ally champion, grant allies everywhere 2/2. So you can also level up champions other than Evelynn to also proc this, but most champions can't level up multiple times. And so this is why Evelynn is so important. You also get +1 starting mana. The first time you kill a follower each round, create a fleeting copy of it in hand. So the main thing this is going to be is your husks. But often this is honestly kind of a bait. Later on in the game, you might actually use this. Normally, though, you aren't wanting to play another husk because that's another unit dying, or just whatever follower you get, you often aren't actually using this at all. Evelynn does have a bit of anti-synergy built into her kit, because part of her powers and starting deck is pushing you towards killing your own units, but you don't want to do that, because for Evelynn, round end, summon a random husk. If fewer than 6 allies have died this game, transform me back into Evelynn. So you're wanting to be able to transform her back and forth as many times as possible, and the limiting factor is having allies die. Maybe for her Constellation, they'll change this so it no longer has this limiting factor. Or maybe it'll just take out the effects they're trying to push you towards killing your own units. We'll just go into a ASIL match. I don't really want to go rare relics into Lysandra or Swain. So all of these are actually kind of fine. So these are all going to be able to buff up our husks, which then can transfer those buffs over to whatever kills them. So all of these are actually okay. One issue is our husks. A lot of times they're going to get summoned and then consumed the following round, not the same round they're summoned. So this 1/1 buff would fall off. And then for these two, Higher Education is just the better version of Reunited. For most part. Like this, it does just hit all your units, but you always draw 1 card at the start of the game. But this will only hit your units that are already on the board. Yeah, normally this one is better. Could go for a reroll though. These are all just fine. Let's maybe try to get something a little bit more impactful. like Yip's Genius, although Inheritance is nice as well. So our Husks are 1 costs. Them all getting an extra 2/2. Really going to help everyone else. I think Inheritance would be fine, but I think this will be better. Let's go for Yips. Alright, Sejuani with Unstable Inventory.
Trust nothing but your strength.
Got my Talia to 4 stars. The landmark mana refill is so good. Yes, it's a lot of fun. Alright, here we're going to hold on to this one, but we're going to re-roll everything else. Although I guess since Evelynn is currently our only champion, we're guaranteed to draw her for this first match. So re-rolling isn't as important.
Plenty of fire to go around.
We're not even going to bother attacking. And once again, we're just going to pass here. We want to save this Husk for Evelynn. And we also just don't want to... We don't want to kill any of our units.
Take a load off.
We want to have as few kills as possible so Evelynn can level up and down as much as she wants. Alright, so we'll drop this here. We will burn the attack token, but that happens pretty often with Crown Guard.
I was hoping you'd stop by. She's been missing you.
Has she? Maybe I'll satisfy her cravings.
I highly underestimate my roster at 36 wins and monthlies, and we'll get to 40 wins. Nice.
Scream for me. That's it.
These old eyes still see far and clear.
Alright, so I think we'll just
Really
attack
scream.
with Evelynn at the moment. Yeah, that'll be fine. We don't want this person to get too low.
Look out for Reavers.
Alright, we could kill this unit for a little bit of extra damage, but I think we're fine with that going through. Let's kill their elusive.
Keep going.
We don't want to kill the sentry. We don't want them to get the extra draw.
Scream for me.
This is where Crown Guard is really good. It's when you don't have the attack token.
More.
So here, I think we'll just drop our steam, and then we'll be able to end the game.
Ready for a little splish splash. Steve?
The most frustrating thing about Path of Champions is not drawing your main champ. In a similar game, Monster Train, the first card you draw is always your main champ. It should be the same here. Yeah, that would make things nice. So they're pretty much out of mana. Let's drop this Last Caress to get rid of their only blocker that's not stunned.
We're playing by my rules.
Sink or scream.
And GG. Yeah, with
It's always over so
Evelynn,
soon.
you do want to be pretty methodical and just careful. You're wanting to make sure you're getting the most out of your units. And you want to always be able to level up more if you want. You don't want to hit the point in the game where you can't level up anymore and you need to get those effects off. Kill an ally or destroy one of your mana gems to stop all enemy spells and skills. Don't really want to deal with that. Don't really want to deal damage to our own units. And this is going to be too expensive that we probably won't play it. I think the lights just flickered. That is a little bit sketchy. I think we'll go here just in case. If the spell is already going to be killing our units, then it can technically save more. Alright, so Lysandra, she could end up killing herself on accident with that. Nautilus we're never going to play. Yumi with double attack. Yeah, we could go here. It's simple. Yeah, that's fine. All right, more champion items. This is the most important thing whenever you're playing Evelynn. You just need to get as many copies of your champion as you can. All right, Fiora or Poppy. I think we go for Poppy. Don't want to deal with Fiora and all of her challenger units.
Huh? You want me? Well, okay.
Yes, the light did flicker. Yeah, that's a little scary. All right, so always important to have at least one of your husk generating units. Domination's kind of the best. Why can't we skip this part where we don't want any of those 3 cards? I hate it when that happens. Yeah, that is always annoying. I've played other roguelikes where there's normally some sort of... I think we'll actually just end. There's normally a third option where it's just... you get something. Like, in this case, maybe you just get, like, 50, 100 gold, something like that. Instead of... we will attack here because they're pretty weak, and if we could kill them, that'd be great. But yeah, getting some sort of reward. I think they're just scared to do that because they know how powerful it is to just not add any cards to your deck and just stick with your opening cards.
You must have heard the screaming. I was starting to
But
get
I do agree that is an annoying part when you're like, any card I add here is actively making my deck worse. Literally none of the options are good.
hot.
That is a bit sad. Alright, so we'll use our last caress here. Now, you do sometimes want to save this if you think they're going to have a spell to hit you with, but since they only had 1 mana, I felt like it was pretty good. Most likely wasn't going to happen.
That was hot. Impress me.
That is something that they should
Let's
hopefully...
keep going.
Well, they've probably thought about it, but it would be nice to get a response from them. Alright, so here we
Useless.
could attack, and I think we will. So we'll attack so we can use our attack token. Something you can do if the enemy has a very weak board. You just definitely don't want to keep any of your units at risk.
This is Mama's house.
But GG, we didn't even need to level up again.
Oh, there it is.
Nice. Hey, Vexine. Good morning.
It's always over.
I live in a
so
country
soon.
when at some point your electricity will just go off and you can't do anything about it with no warnings. I mean, that technically happens here too, just not as often, I would guess. Behold the Infinite. When summoned, all players draw 1. So these are both 4 costs. For the 4 mana mark, we're pretty much only playing Evelynn. I guess we'll go for Behold the Infinite, because with this Slipstream, if we're in a position where we don't have Evelynn, having the extra draw, I guess, could be the most beneficial. Power Riff is pretty good. If we can get Evelynn on board a little bit earlier, technically we'd be able to play her round 1, because we draw 2 cards at the start of the game, so she go down to a 2 cost. Yeah, that'll be pretty nice. Smooth Soloist looks good. Both of these are annoying. Ezreal, he's so good at targeting and just killing your husks. But let's go for Ash with Unstable Inventory.
I'll lead the way.
Got a lot of penalties in online games because my electricity just left me. Yeah, that's the worst. We'll even get rid of the other copy of Evelynn. We need to be, well, it doesn't actually matter as much to get one of our other Husk units. So we can drop Evelynn round 1,
I have the
but we won't be able to level her
tendency
yet.
away.
So we'll just pass. Even yesterday when I was leveling her in Knott's Adventure, it literally felt like you had to go for every card cutting node you find. Just find yourself with 0 consistency. I think Eve needs a more stricter choice of cards to work with. Yes. We could drop the Phantom Prankster. Because we don't really need other Husk generations since we have Evelynn. Yeah, Evelynn, she's very good.
Something a little more.
Like, she's some very powerful effects, but there's a lot holding her back. For one, you're like one of the most champion reliant decks in the game. So that's not the best. And then, yeah, there's a lot of stuff in your support package that just doesn't help you. Here again, getting rid of their one blocker. They don't have any mana. So there's not really anything they can do.
I love it when they scream. Scream for me. That was hot. Let's keep going.
Each champ should have a garbage starting deck, and then you should actively upgrade your deck instead of being forced to take cards when your deck is already good. I mean, that would be annoying to have a completely garbage starting deck. Let's go ahead and play this here. We're burning our attack token, but that kind of doesn't matter.
That's it. Scream for me. Lights out.
There's a scent in the air.
Alright, once again, they're completely out of mana. So we'll get rid of their one blocker.
Keep going, love. That's it.
Hunt it down.
Yes, I bite.
And then GG. Now here, we're being very careful. In some of these matches where you can end a lot faster, you have a bit more flexibility. You don't need to level up as many times because just after one or two, you can outscale the enemy super hard. But still always a good practice or mentality to get into of trying to just get as many of those level ups as you can. Let's just buy Yip's Genius again. We'll have just massive, massive husks. Let's go to cut a card. I think we'll get rid of the Rainbow Fish. Again, for that 4 cost, we're pretty much only playing Evelynn. Alright, Zoe. I feel like it's good how it is right now, except that you don't draw your main champ part. Scout Gwen in my Yumi monthly run. Nice, as long as it's your Scout Gwen, not the enemy's. Yeah, that's what they're trying to do, though, with decks right now. So we roll almost all of these to try to get our Evelynn. They want to give you a decent starting deck, but they don't want to give you one that's perfect, because they want you to be able to go out and find some of these really good synergies. And you don't feel like, oh, there's nothing for me to get. My deck is already perfect. Alright, so here we can drop our Evelynn.
Worry. It's not my first time.
Alright, so that Spell Shield, it'll be harder to kill her with a Last Caress. Alright, so here we'll drop our Domination. The one issue is we're going to make 2 husks, because she's going to make one, and then Evelynn's going to make one
So do my victims.
at the end of the round.
At least I could start.
But shouldn't really matter for this adventure.
That's it. Scream for me.
Alright, what are they going to find? Alright, so yeah, sad that there's nothing we can do about that because this only protects Evelynn. So this being silenced is actually taking away a massive amount of stats.
When they scream.
But our Steam will hit next round. He'll be buffed up by double husks, so he'll be pretty ridiculous.
Scream for me.
I think they should rework the level 20 bonus and give us the draw champion. Since level 1, maybe at 20 they could upgrade it to draw 2 different champions.
I thought you'd never ask.
That would be interesting.
Ready for a little splish splash steam?
Always easy. But you know that.
That was hot.
Steam is one of your most valuable cards. The fact that he counts down in hand, and then he's just such a massive unit. GG. Because yeah, normally by the time you play him, he might get buffed up by multiple husks.
It's always over so soon.
That's kind of one of the times where you potentially want to play extra husks if you have them. You'll be able to buff them up so he can end. Yeah, the scout is massive. Here we'll go for the Savage Shield, just giving us a bunch more stats, but the most important thing, get an extra copy of that champion. So Reunited is decent, Grit's also fine, but flexible game plan, we just want to make sure we're drawing our Evelynn. That gives us the biggest amount of power, so we're just going to go for flexible game plan. Also, this means we could play our Evelynn for 0 cost round 1, because we already draw 2, drawing 2 more takes her down to 0, so that'll be great. Rekindler, gold chest, item chest. We can go for the item chest, so Jin with perfected mana flow.
In carnage I bloom like a flower in the dawn.
All right, so we're getting rid of most of this. I think we'll actually hold on to Hate Spike because this can be something you can use to level up your Evelynn. Hold on to Yumi to increase our odds of drawing Evelynn. All right, so since we're drawing so many cards, they blew all their mana, we can play Evelynn for free.
Don't worry. It's not my first time.
So we could use a Hate Spike here, but better to have units on the board, especially Warden's Prey. This is a 1 cost, so it's going to get massive.
See what's beneath while I see what's inside.
I think we'll drop our other Warden's Prey as well,
That was hot.
just because since they have the Yips Genius, they are such large units, and we might just end right here. Yep, GG. Oh, fantastic.
I love it. I want more.
I think we'll go for Solitude. It at least has the Power Rift, and it's one of the like Husk cards, which is decent. Yeah, I think we'll just grab this here, but there's not a high likelihood that we want to play any of those, to be honest. Hate Spike's not bad. Sure, we can grab this here. That'll be fine. All right, Tom Kench with Power Overwhelming.
It is my mouth into which all
What items are you using for Eve? So we're using all rare relics. We're using Crown Guard, Tempest Blade, and Deceiver's Crest. Right, we don't have enough mana for these. So when we level up, we rally, stun all enemies, and get a 0 cost of a champion spell, which is a removal spell. Alright, we'll drop Evelynn. There shouldn't be something they can kill this with immediately.
The journey is difficult. These will protect you.
0 cost Solitude. That's when I'm summoned, summon a random Husk. When you summon a 1 cost ally, granted a random keyword. So getting extra husks means you're actually getting more units dying, but since we're ending fast enough, we can be a little bit greedy here. But it is always something to be balancing.
I never thought of letting them come to me. That's it. That was
So here, we'll also drop our Warden's Prey. Again, getting another kill, which isn't great, but with that damage, we should just be able to end the game. So,
yes, I
obviously worth it in that regard. GG. Will there be interviews to Riot devs prior to the next patch? I don't have one planned yet. Or, well, I don't have one planned, and I'm not going to ask when there's less than a week left. So, I'm not doing one. Is someone else doing one? I have no idea. So, there could be, but as far as I'm aware, or in my regards, I'm not doing one. Let's... Yeah, let's go for Phantom Prankster. Technically, we could drop this immediately and then play our Evelynn. Yeah, I think we can go here. Hello, Grape Master. Let's go here. When you target an ally, give it barrier this round. The only targeting we're really doing is for Evelynn with her champion spell. Is she going to need barrier? No, not really. Let's try a reroll. Extra damage, that's fine. We could get strike, draw one, but we don't really need it. I suppose if we didn't have Evelynn... yeah, I'll buy one copy for the item. Don't really care about Mage Seeker, so let's go up here. So Draven with Duplicate.
Welcome to the League of Draven.
Since I don't have Starforged, what do you think about going for Swain Relic plus Plunder to drop her round one, keeping Crown Guard as third? That is okay, but I would switch out Crown Guard for Tempest Blade. Quite often with Crown Guard, you override the attack token you already have because you don't have a good attack until you play Evelynn. So Tempest Blade, having that extra control is quite nice. But if you prefer Tempest Blade, yeah, you can go for that. That'd be fine. That'd be an interesting build. It looks like we're maybe not going to get our champion. Yeah, so that is a little sad. We will drop this, especially with it being a one cost. They're going to get the extra stats from Yips. So yeah, a 9-9 round one is pretty good. We could play this, but don't really want to bother.
I got big plans for this place.
Alright. Charger. Charger will actually be a ton of damage. Let's play this, see if we can get our Evelynn. Okay, we cannot. These two will be discarded. Yeah, we can drop our Charger. We will be killing a unit, which is sad, because that's also using up our Husk. But we could use another blocker. And then this is going to be an absolutely massive unit, because it's getting that double Yips.
Why won't you listen?
Draven out?
Are you different?
So yeah, unfortunately getting a lot of deaths racked up, but that's what happens when you don't have your Evelynn. Alright, we'll have decent scaling regardless. We could actually drop Yumi here. Because with that attach, double attack and overwhelm and challenger is pretty nasty. So we could kill their Draven. Round end, the foe summons Draven if he is in play when Draven attacks. So yeah, they're always going to have a Draven anyways. I think we'll just go here for the damage.
Victory requires
And then here we'll play this because it's not going to consume a husk. And just it'll be another blocker. Alright, let's drop this.
You're mine. Time for the moneymakers.
Also, he's going to get overwhelmed from Kato, so that's going to be great. $15 double attack. That is rough. Alright, so...
You can't help.
We don't have quite enough damage because this can do 4, and then this can do 1. And we don't also have the mana. So we might just be a bit screwed here. Yep, not too much we can do. That is kind of the thing that happens with Draven. Is normally he's kind of not really that big of a deal, but when he gets his double attack going, especially with overwhelm, it's pretty rough. Yep, I don't think there's really anything we can do, so we'll just drop this here.
Are you different?
What's my name?
Oh, right, also he's leveling before his second strike. Yeah, Draven is pretty deadly sometimes. Hey, Kata fan, welcome.
Welcome to the
So that is the one issue with Evelynn. We've been able to blast like every single encounter as long as we have her. But if you don't get her, especially in these higher level ones, you don't draw her, they can end the game pretty quickly. There's not really too much you can do to stop it because like all your power is coming from Evelynn. All right, so yet again, did not get our main champion. I'll drop this here for the draw. Maybe if we can draw our Evelynn. Nope. All right, so we could attack and kill one of them, but we would die. I think we'll pass for now.
I need just a moment.
All right, we'll drop this as a bigger blocker.
Face me.
And we have to block Draven because with that double attack, he's going to do too much damage. And yeah, this is just kind of the moment where it's like, well, we either draw Evelynn or we lose. So Solitude. This would make our husk slightly bigger. This is a larger unit. This also has the attack effect on it for extra draw. This is the reason why we picked it up. All right, there we go. So we have Evelynn, but we can't actually play her. So we could drop the Fading Husk so that it would consume this Fading Husk and then be also bigger. But then we have one less kill. Or one more death. They might open attack, and if that happens, we're kind of screwed. Yep.
Now we're cooking.
Alright, so this is the bad thing, because now he is going to level. Although, actually, what we can do, big brain plays. We kill our own unit. Since he doesn't have Overwhelm yet, his attack will fizzle. So that's great. If we let this attack go through, he's going to level, he's going to get his Overwhelm, and do a ton of damage. So we have to kill our own unit. They have ways they can outplay this, but kind of the best thing we can do at the moment. Alright, they didn't have the spell, they didn't think about it. Alright, let's drop our Evelynn.
I have the tendency to get carried away. Mind if I slip into something a little more painful?
I refuse to play Eve without Echoing Spirit.
That's it.
Well, can't really do that in a Rare Relic build. Rare Relic only build.
I serve a nobler cause.
Alright, so we could use this to kill one of their units. I think we'll just
Okay.
attack for now. If they try to play this on Draven, we'll kill him. Sometimes they're too stupid to actually play this, though. I suppose let's just kill their Draven. Kind of doesn't matter if they use it with someone else.
Keep going, love.
Draven out?
That's it.
So yeah, we're at the 6 out of 6 kills, so we can't actually level anymore. Sure, let's drop this here. Well, let's see. Sadly, it's not going to get Overwhelm at all. So it's going to have massive stats, but no Overwhelm.
Oh, my sweet. I do love watching.
Alright, so I
you
think we'll
work.
attach
Those
Yumi
victims,
to
at
Evelynn,
least at the start.
or just play, actually, Yumi as Yumi.
The sun's out, the crowd's ready. Let's reckon!
Go for the Overwhelm, go for the Elusive. I think we'll go for Overwhelm, actually.
Where'd we end up this time, Book?
It's good to be the king.
Alright, GG.
Let's do this again sometime.
We don't want to get more copies of Yumi. That increases our odds of not drawing Evelynn. So let's grab this here. Yes. Alright, item chest. Drawing this at the start of the game is good. We need a 2 cost. That one's not bad, but yeah, this will be solid. Sure, we can get a heal just in case we have a little bit bad luck again. Alright, Lee Sin with Power Overwhelming.
You'll win.
Yeah, that's the one issue with Evelynn is just if you have bad luck, you end up losing. Alright, we're guaranteed to draw our Evelynn because we only have 2 copies of Yumi. Let's get rid of this here. Let's go ahead and drop this first,
You'll just leave.
so they can play something.
Just like we practiced.
And then we'll drop our Evelynn to level.
Evelynn, I've missed you. Hush now, love. You'll
Suppose we could have attacked first, but this will be fine.
Mind if I slip into something a little more painful? That was hot. That's it.
All right, here, let's just try to add as much damage as we can. We want to end this next round. So we are getting one extra kill early, but shouldn't matter. Let's drop this here and kill them. This is only a 0 cost for the first round, or for the
You're almost
round you have her leveled.
Next time.
So we wait for next round. One, we're going to generate another one, but we want to be using that when we can.
back on the prowl.
Extend your senses.
All right, so he's about to get stunned, and this will be game.
Looking for satisfaction? That's it. That was hot. Playtime.
You never realized that Solitude was a demon? Yep. Anything that's generated husks, pretty much. Alright, GG. The difference in your Evelynn games is always kind of funny.
Let's do this again sometime.
That's kind of the biggest thing they need to fix with her constellation, is just increasing her consistency. Hey look, Farsight. Perfect. Game start draw 2 more. We'd probably be overdrawing. If we didn't have our guaranteed Evelynn draw, we would potentially get this, but it should be fine now. The one thing, this would make our Solitude free, but I think we're fine. Welcome gifts. Since actually we have double Farsight, our Solitude's already potentially going to be free. Welcome gifts is decent. We are having units die, so this will be a little bit of damage, but yeah, we'll go for welcome gifts. This should have the best payoff. We could go for a shop. We could cut more cards, but we have our Farsight on Evelynn, so probably going to be fine. Let's go for some more damage. Azir with an yielding determination.
Your loyalty will be rewarded.
Yeah, welcome gifts with husks will be pretty solid. Let's get rid of like all of these. Although, by not having these, we're going to trigger both of our Farsights. Yeah, let's try to go like this, actually. I'm surprised by how many times we actually draw our Solitude. It's somewhat impressive.
I don't need anyone.
Oh, the one issue is since she's not technically a 1 cost anymore, she's a 0 cost, she's not getting all of the extra buffs from
Why won't you listen?
from all of our Yips genius. So that's a little sad. So yeah, we could attack and just get blocked by their Sand Soldier. I think let's just drop our Evelynn.
Evelynn, I've missed you. Hush now, love. You startled the sleep. That was hot. That's it.
Alright, so here, let's push a little bit of extra damage, even though it's going to mean extra kills.
What does he want from me?
Are you
Since we have that double yips, it's giving us so much extra damage for all of our 1 costs.
So alone.
Always forward.
Alright, they're out of mana. Sure, we can drop this here.
That was hot. You're almost dead.
So, ton of damage, and then we can just finish them off next round.
Scream for me.
Alright, fantastic.
That was hot. Are you different?
True, but the voice lines deceived me. That's how she gets you? Yeah. The voice lines for Solitude are pretty good.
Forever.
Yeah, let's drop this here.
Laura, looking for satisfaction? That's
I guess some of the other ones, like Vora, aren't as subtle about being demons.
Gotta get out of here!
GG.
scream for me. I love it. I want more.
Just playing Evelynn versus Aesol with Echoing Spirit, Strength of Stone, and the level Stun. Fun. Yeah, I think we'll go for this one here. This would be a large unit, but I think we're fine. Hextech Observatory. No, I don't really think we need that. It's going to normally just fill up our board. Summoning a Sapling is funny because, on the one hand, it's going to be an absolutely massive unit that's just going to scale larger and larger. It is a unit that dies every round, so normally you wouldn't want to grab it. I think with our double yips, we have our guaranteed Evelynn. I think this will actually be a positive, but normally something you often want to avoid. But I think with how our run is currently going, it's actually something that'll be decent. We'll just have to end quickly, but I mean, against Aurelian Soul, it's already what you need to do. We can leave here. All right, Viego with level up.
No power in this world can stop me.
In lore, Vor is so hungry all the time she just can't be subtle. Yeah, that's why she has her husband bringing her victims. It's just dying for no reason. What do you mean? I mean, it's going to be a massive unit that's attacking for us.
Has returned.
That's what I mean. Let's drop our
I'm
Evelynn
always
first.
ready to play.
Reality is just your mind settling under what it doesn't understand.
Let's drop this here.
Scream for me. That's it. Yes, I bite.
All right. Nice. So because we had the sapling, we were able to end turn 1. That's why I said that it was going to be good and worthwhile.
I love it. I want more.
Most units in Evelynn's deck have more health and strength, including the husks, which is why the +1 health along the way for the formidable. Yeah, it makes sense. Let's drop this here. All right, Swain with power overwhelming.
Show them their place.
I'm pretty sure she says better half to Salter. She says Steam like, are you ready for a splish splash? Let's get rid of this. Yeah, we're just going to let our far sights do the work. I hope they fix not being able to see the later Wednesday quest rewards in the next patch. Yeah, the fact that they always open in the background is definitely annoying.
Don't worry, it's not my first time. No one
Hey, Toast was reading something, but him here now. How's the run going? Pretty well. We had bad luck on one encounter, but we've got plenty of really good powers that are all synergizing quite well together. Yeah, Evelynn is a lot of fun.
That was hot. Scream.
I have to spend wild fragments. I'm at 195. 50 to get Ash 6-star or 80 to get Viego 6-star. I would probably go for the 50 first, just so you have enough to... let's see. Yeah, I don't think we can really push any extra damage here, sadly. So close. I mean, if you have the... If you have both Nova Crystals, I'd probably just grab Ash first, and then wait to see the champions that come out. If you're interested in them, then you can go ahead and get the Viego one later. Alright, so we could attack into their blockers. Since we have the elusive, yeah, it doesn't really matter.
Timing is everything.
GG.
It's always over so soon.
Rite of Negation. Don't really want any of these. But this could potentially help us from a terrible spell from Aurelion Soul, like an Obliterate. So Aurelion Soul with Unyielding Determination.
Naturally.
Alright, we have Solitude, and yeah, we won't reroll because we'll just get our Farsight. Oh, Solitude will actually be a 1 cost. That's not too bad. We can, yeah, drop this first.
Just want to be left alone. I'm so alone.
Shroud the world in wings.
Could drop another Solitude, to be honest. Sure. Let's go full aggro. We'll have more units dying because that means the Husk is going to get killed. But especially with being a 1 cost, it gets so much extra power. Yeah, we can drop this here.
You'll just leave. They all leave.
And they're also just giving us extra keywords, which is so fantastic.
Even to the young bloods, we are nothing.
Alright. I think I'll hold back on the sapling, wait till it gets scaled up a little bit more before it dies. Yeah, we can get a attack here, and then we'll drop our Evelynn
As foretold.
to give us the rally and stun.
Evelynn, I've missed you.
Hush now, love. You'll startle the fool. See what's beneath while I see what's inside. That's it.
What are we playing next? Not sure.
Scream for me.
Alright. This will be a nice little OTK. GG. Oh wait, no, they have Unyielding. Classic.
Are you?
So they have 2 health left. Alright.
That's it. I'm so alone. I want more.
Alright, here, let's just drop a Phantom Prankster. We don't need something else also generating husks or anything. Especially since we're going to summon a sapling right here.
Scream for me. That was hot. Playtime. Are you...
GG. Oh, nice.
Let's do this again sometime.
Yeah, Evelynn is a good time. You just do have that major weakness of not drawing your Evelynn, then you have a bad time. That was a pretty good combination of powers, though. Double Yips Genius, flexible game plan, high education. This was a good run. Thank you for watching that video, especially all the way to the end. If you enjoyed it, a like and subscribe is greatly appreciated. I hope you have a great rest of your day.